Oh, that's the different, okay. All right.
The tall guy. The silver,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Now you look, okay, now I can see. Yeah. Yeah, now you're okay. Huh?
Whatever, I didn't even notice.
Well, there you go. Okay. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless smooth, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated in all shall show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who were devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protectors' heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd like cloud, O Lobsangdraka, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight, pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit, filled for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunning mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Lobsangdraka's essential teachings specially shine forever. Mikmet se wei te chen chen rei zig, three me kempe wang po jam pel young, du pung ma lu jom se san wei dag, gang chen ke pe su gen song ka pa, Lobsandra pe zabla so wadeb. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, but there is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate pera som gate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gadavas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places, Dakinis, Akasamara. Tayata om gate pera som gate bodhi soha. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kore soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Peki Jushi Meta Tramri Rablingzi Nide Gampadi Sange Jindu Meteua Chongda Songi Chomna La Jagju Pardu Dagdi Gep Suchi Dagi Chonyen Gep Esonam Ki Drola Penchu Sange Drupa Sho Chongda Songi Chomna La Jagju Pardu Dagdi Gep Suchi Dagi Chonyen Gep Esonam Ki Drola Penchu Sange Drupa Sho Jongde Songi Chomna La Jagju Pardu Dagdi Kep Suchi Dagi Chonyen Gep Esonam Ki Drola Penshu Sange Drupa Sho.
Okay, good morning everyone. How's the weather today? It's good? It's raining. Day before yesterday, all afternoon raining. Yesterday is very good weather. Today it's raining again. Wow. It's very easy to change the weather. Are you guys also like similar like that? Your mood? It's your mood, you see? It's a mood, right?
Yeah.
Are you mood like that? Yeah. How about Ali? Are you like that?
Does your mood change like the weather? You get mad, you get happy.
You know. Anyway, I like that for everyone. Then what we're going to talk. You know, the influence very, very important. You know, like I don't know right now. Maybe even the Tibetans, older generation or adults, they come here. They don't bring their kids with them. Even they bring kids, their kids can play with the outside. When the old time, when parents go to the temples, kumbhas, they always take with them. When they prostration, the kids also doing like that. They offer candles, incense, whatever they offer, also kids just do that. Kids have no idea what's doing. But, they just take that generation to like that. Usually Tibetan lay people have not much education for the Dharma, but they always, be kind, don't harm others like that. This is like, just parents, just what we call it, generation to generation, just come there. I'm not saying that Tibetan is good, but I think really, we are the, the special for connection, the Avalokiteshvara, Sherite. Here is the compassion Buddha. The basic that people's nature is, I don't know right now. Previous time, the Tibetan the nature is always like, even they don't know what's good or bad, but they always karo manya maru, nyaga mara runga mara says. Yeah, not good to do that. If someone is going to steal something. Oh, not good to that. If you're going to lie, also not good to lie that. They don't know what's fault, but they just generation to generation, They're like, this is like the influence. If you always kids can see that, they can hear all the time, they just put very strong imprint that. No one can watch. And right now maybe different, the parents come here that they don't bring kids with them. So kids play a different way. They have no idea what's going on inside, what look like, what to do. This is, I think, a little bit problem. Look, you guys, it's different to, to interest to study Buddhism, it's not a generation, just you guys choice. Just look, nice, wonderful. Then we're going to talk. I'm thinking, I have nothing to prepare to talk. Okay, I'm going to talk this. No, look. Whatever my mouth come in, just talk that. If you have to prepare, then they go to all wrong directions. Therefore, I'm nothing prepared. But usually, if we prepare to talk, it's just like something, the president's speech. They write down, it's not from him, someone write down, right? It's usually, we need to something, I'm not saying I'm like that. We need to something, your own experience, your own, what you think, what you're doing. You give talk that, it's maybe not fancy, but it's more benefit, it's more useful. Otherwise, you just try to prepare, then just make copy. Right? Therefore, basically, study Buddhism is one of the religion we can call that. Also, secondly, we study for the reality. What's reality? Also, so many different questions there, but we need to understand that, if you, in order to buy the car, you need to also know how to drive it. If you don't know how to drive it, if you buy a car, it doesn't work, you just stay there. Then in order to subdue our delusion of mind, develop our positive actions, then we need to also understand what's for, what's not for or good. Therefore, always very important to more stable person. Okay? It's not easy, you're a stable person. You always change, you have to, but try too much you can't relax all the time. Also, you need to know that the situation, what's good, what's bad, If you know the situation, it's not doesn't much. You're upside down. Then also we have to accept. Anything happen is possible. Good things, bad things. We need to prepare like our mind. Then, if something bad happen or someone to, yelling you already are prepared. You already know that, then you're not upset. Otherwise, your plans are that, they go to a different direction, then you get mad. My plans like that, but okay, it's okay, yeah. Just give up that. Lot of times we don't give up our own idea, right? Doesn't matter much whoever say whatever, then our idea that we have to do that. Then that doesn't go their way and we get mad. Therefore, not like that, We need to something like open mind. Okay? It's very important. You do meditation 2-3 hours, it's good. Maybe you read book all day, it's good. But we need to something put into practice. So, I know that, they always talk about that, I know like that. I know it doesn't matter, it doesn't work. We need to put, if someone know how you cook the food, but you never cook, you don't get food. You have to buy. You know how you cook, you have to, all the substance. Ingredients. Why you don't say that's just substance? Just stop. Yeah, just stop. It's good. Even you have all things there, but you never touch, you never cook, then you have to go get the fast food. Are you guys eat fast food? Not much, right? We taught to best. Sometimes we taught to, okay. Therefore, you know what's bad attachment, what's good, compassion, loving kindness, bodhicitta. We know everything, but we don't put into practice. It doesn't work. Always. If we hit someone, we hit always. Right? If you don't like some idea, you always don't like that. That's not good. We need to something change. We say, oh, I don't like that kind. You always like that. It doesn't work. Like puja doesn't work. Like you're the nature or your idea. Yeah, personality. We have different personality, right? Who likes to very nosy place? No one likes
what?
nosy. Nosy. No one like that. Who likes to very quiet place? Everyone. Go to Meditative Center and the camp. Stay there. Anyway, it's just anyway. Personality, we have always different personalities. Then it's bother always us, but we never change. We never think I have to change this. We never think, oh, maybe I'm going wrong. We never think, oh, maybe I have something wrong. Maybe it doesn't change. This is my nature. This is like how I am. Okay? It shows, we don't really. Of course, maybe the other side also some problem, but maybe not all the time. Because we don't check ourselves. We just always put up there. Sometimes we need to put in, okay, I say like that, okay, what can I do? Or this problem, that side. We just think about a little bit. Sometimes, okay? Sometimes excuse for us. Not always, excuse me. Just excuse us. Can we do that? Maybe your husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, you see the faults, he or she, he or her, that's correct? He or she. He or she. We don't see our faults. It shows we don't excuse us, we always excuse them. Sometimes we have to excuse. But also not always, oh, maybe I'm too bad person. Don't like that, okay? We all good. Yeah. Then also always not discourage. Don't be discouraged. Discourage doesn't work. We always really discourage. Okay? A lot of things you really think. Also, of course, something else really happened, but maybe the problems may be like 50%. We add 50%. Our mind thinking, then they become 100% problem. Right? It's a lot of things we have this happen. Of course, that's basically the problem, situation, but we add so many spices. Therefore, taught to not put more spices, just leave the problem, just leave that, just try to put down. Okay? Then maybe you have some situation today, maybe tomorrow just forgot, or just go away, or fix. Doesn't stay all too long. Okay? These things, we have to always situation in daily life. If we don't change our mind, we 24 hours meditation, that doesn't work. If we 24 hours chanting, it doesn't work. We need to change for our inside thinking. Right? Like, we always see something in maybe blue. We say, oh, this is blue. Someone says, no, someone says, this is not blue. This is, what's very close for that blue? Green. Then say, no, that's blue. We don't change our mind. Then really someone really, okay, blue is that, this is green, then, oh, yeah, okay. I thought always this is blue. It's not correct, because change for our mind. Then we can accept that. right? Okay? This is like it's basic, then, always, when we do pray something, always just good motivation. Motivation is very important. Even you same action, our motivations, the difference of motivation, like example, we do, three prostrations, An example, you do today like set up the puja table. Someone said, can you do set up the puja? Someone said, oh, maybe I can do. And maybe I have time. You don't have much motivation. I said, oh, I like to do it. It's just your job. You have not that. He said, oh, great opportunity. I have great chance to do that. There's also today's, holy day, our opportunity to do that, for benefit of more mother function beings. There'll be great merit. And then you have motivation. I said, okay, I don't want problems. I want to free from my problems. So many situations going on. I can maybe to set up to the puja, maybe that problem will go away. Even, sometimes we say that, right? It's not good motivation. The great motivations, it's very great honor to do. I'm able to do this love and serve the puja to benefit all mother sentient beings. This is a great motivation. It's a good benefit. Okay? Therefore, the main things Buddha's teaching is what? Subdue your mind. This is the teaching of Buddha. Subdue means what? What subdue? We don't want to subdue all our minds. To attachment, jealous, angry, hatred. Okay? Also very strong subjection. We need to subdue that kind of mind. Try to a little bit put down. Try to, peel. Like banana. Like, corn. You peel the skins, then corn be shorter. Like that. Okay? Okay, like that. Then I'm not talking too much, like just waste time. Now, I think you guys not much decide to what to go to next.
Like half and half. I have
Okay.
all the brothers in this ended up half for Bodhisattva, half for stuff.
Okay, now I'm decided to I'm going to start the second chapter. It's okay?
Yes, that's good.
Usually they could do one by one. We didn't go. Last year we start to fourth chapter. The fourth chapter is the, benefit of the bodhicitta. Then bodhicitta means what? We need to understand the bodhicitta. What means bodhicitta means? Thinking more other beings. If you wish to happy, meditation bodhicitta. You wish to benefit other beings, meditation bodhicitta. You want to free from sickness, which meditation for bodhicitta. The text, they mention, they say, so eons meditation or, practice, the Buddha's Bodhisattvas, they saw, or they understand, or they believe the bodhicitta is the best method to, do any kind for actions to achieve enlightenment. Okay? Then then we jump to the sixth chapter. The anger is the most powerful, dangerous person for us. Therefore, we need to try to understand the anger. We go to sixth chapter. Then now we back to the second chapter. It's talk about in order to achieve bodhicitta, we need to purify our negative karmas. Okay? You have a lot of negative karmas? Do you have a lot of the negative karmas? You think? Really? Okay? Like that, usually we say we all have Buddha's nature, but we don't put the, conditions to, how you call it, manifest, Buddha's nature. Like example, and beans, it's flour, called rice, like rice. The whole food, the box of rice. It has all the potential to the produce the, more rice, but they need to contact. I'm learning English, okay? If I'm wrong, you have to fix. Contact or meet the conditions, right conditions. They need to do good soil, sun, water, like that. Then protect, birds. We have to protect the birds, otherwise the birds can eat. Like that. In order to do like that, produce, or we can see that some flower or some apple, we need so much work. We need something to do, something we have to, how you call it? Avoid, abandon, some birds come to eat, some bugs come to eat, we say put the medicine, but there's no medicine, they're going to kill, right? Like then so many things, like same as our Bodhisattva, like that, okay? Then now we plan time to the put of our negative karma. Then the time to live in Nipati, Tilmango to Israel. Then the talk and she live Tambu Kablaya and Shanchu Sem said, Penchimo Kandere, that's so much through.
And we're going to discuss on the second chapter now. So in the first chapter, as I mentioned earlier, it talks about the benefits of bodhicitta, right? So why we need to generate bodhicitta and so forth.
And the teacher also and leg tuba chimare, leg tuba tiganaka, not to control the shadan, so Nimitos Shavares.
And then after that, we went to discuss about the sixth chapter, which talks about the patience. So that's to overcome. We practice patience to overcome the anger, hatred, and so forth. Because we have that negative emotion of anger and hatred arising so much and easily in us. So in order to prevent that, I thought it would be more beneficial to have a discussion on the patience. So now we're going back to the second chapter, where it talks about purification, right? And so in order to generate bodhicitta, you need to clear away all the obstacles that may prevent one from generating bodhicitta. So the obstacles that prevents one from generating generating bodhicitta are the negativities. So we have to purify that. And so we need to have two things in order to be able to generate bodhicitta. The two things are having all the positive conditions together, and then taking away or removing all the negative conditions. So the positive conditions are the merit. The merits are the positive condition, and negative actions and the sins that we have created are the negative conditions. And so in Tibetan text, we have all these the subheadings, so one after another. So this talking about this, and after that, this one is divided into these many subheadings and like that. But I don't think we have to go through that, all those subheadings.
시다자는 배나 아니 샹세베게 예라 말인 추베게 예라 샹세베게 예라 점도 예라 디바샤베 예라 자베사 진노 드네샤데 드네레라야마 요모모시 그래서.
And so the main heading and the main chapter is talking about the confession, right? So in that, the four main parts, and those are like Karsatambuli. So that's the first one is the limb of offering, and then the limb of prostration, and the limb of taking refuge, and then the limb of purification.
다 간지 던조 간지 다 누르잖아 간이 속사 도장이 되레 속사야다 도장이 되레.
And so these are the four main subheadings, four main headings, and then each heading have the many subheadings like that. So anyway, we don't have to go through all those details. So the main things, like I mentioned earlier, are two things: accumulating merit through making prostrations and offerings in order to be able to generate bodhicitta. And engaging in the practice of purification to purify the negativities that may prevent one from generating bodhicitta. And so usually, when you create merit by making prostrations or circumambulations, offerings and so forth, and then that also purifies the negativities. So as you accumulate merit, the negative actions also gets purified.
아니 드네다 다 내는 거 전부 드네 변나 상정 남는 주문나라 아니 제일 못 친도네 송여 들어와 아니 디나 람 jelativi 아니 tinche 소사바당 같이 들어가죠 와스.
So there's in the great exposition of the stages of the path by path to enlightenment by Lama Zopa Rinpoche, it explains very clearly and briefly about this practice. So how you can accumulate the positive karma as a conducive condition to generate bodhicitta, and how you can purify the negativities that are adverse conditions for generating bodhicitta.
텐지기는 같이 아니 텐지 초소가 같이 들어가 정말 같이 아니 민원 정화 넣지다 민원 성당 넣지바이나 아니 간주 람도 지라게 도움 말이에요. 대마도 와 인자 아니 가디나 아니 초소도자 제고 텐지 초소도자 제고라 연락되대. 다 차선 뒤두지나 연락되는데 그래서 그래서.
So if we don't do those practices now, accumulating the merit, the positive conditions, and purifying the negativities, the negative karmas, the negative conditions, then we'll not be able to generate, let alone bodhicitta, any kind of realization. We'll not be able to have that as long as we have a lot of negativities and lack merit, we'll not be able to generate bodhicitta. And so, in order to be able to generate bodhicitta, we have to accumulate a lot of merits and purify those negative karmas. And so the best way to do that, is by engaging in the practice of the seven limbs. So you normally do meditations, right? Meditate on loving kindness, compassion, and so forth. Meditate on emptiness. Do you? But are you able to generate any realizations of those parts that you try to meditate? So just meditating on those objects, the objects of the meditation, like the loving kindness, compassion, or emptiness, is not enough. You have to accumulate a lot of merit and purify the negativities.
And
so it says Tsongkhapa, accumulated merit by making mandala offerings until his skin, of his palm was torn. He made offering of the mandala on the stone. He did that much to accumulate merit. And especially in Buddhism, the practice of the Guru devotion is very, very important. And so Guru devotion, is the root of the path, right? So it says like that, the root of the path. So if you don't have that realization, then you'll not be able to generate any kind of subsequent realizations. So if you mess up with that, then everything after that will be messed up.
아니 삼성나도 지양 깨라 첨부로 같은 데 여와이나 다 대신에 내가 첨부인 서지. 근데 소소 남주 지 따바리 지 가로다. 게도란도 셰댕인데 고 고소도 사대원 어떤 데 지 센투 마샤원을 하와이나 아니 소소 남 gelekibara pe kabu cheyores.
So we have to generate this devotion towards our guru, no matter who they are, right? No matter what their status or rank are. Sometimes we feel like, oh, this is a very well-known and a very famous lama, and then we say, oh, you have more devotion. And then for the other lamas, we don't have that much devotion, especially those who are like mingling with, with the ones that all the time. We feel like just an ordinary person, and don't have any devotion to them. So that may prevent us from generating our realizations.
Okay. 어디는 다 신이들 빼면서 같이 못 차가도 그러더니 다 신이들 야보 여와이나 아니 들었네 똑바만 보지라 깨그래서.
And so guru devotion, practice of the guru devotion is very important. If we have that proper guru devotion, then that will help us to generate many realizations of the path.
Okay. 어디 다 되면 다 아주 좀 많이 오고 예스 다 담보 쇼로가 담보 대 직송대 쇼로가 담보 되게 아니 지 가로 초바 피고베가 아니 구바치 아니 초바 아니 부사가 유일치 아니 초바 피단데 송도 요레스.
And so first, talking about in the first verse of this chapter, second chapter, talking about the offerings, right? So the purpose of making offerings, the object to whom you make offerings, and the way you make offerings. So let's read that together. The first verse. In order to adopt that jewel of the mind, I make offerings to the Tathagatas, to the stainless jewels of the sublime Dharma, and to the children of the Buddha, who are oceans of excellent quality.
rinchen semde suma shabe sharras teje shaban namda tambi chu kencho tuma metan sanje se yenden jamso namla leban cho serwa tang do pita to ta rinchen semde suma shabe da gubata suma da gubate 아니 초치 구바스 가르치니 아니 초치는 아니 rinchen 강기 체다니 가로 가리기 체다 아니 초바나 아니 semje 탐주제 레토 탐주 주비가 네 아니 다른 보지 때문에 아주 샘데 수수결에 개와가 쳤다. 어디 쳤다 예세. 피고에 전세데.
And so the first line of that verse, right? In order to adopt that jewel of the mind. So the jewel of the mind here is referring to the bodhicitta. And so the purpose of making offerings, is of course very obvious here, right? Is in order to adopt the mind, that jewel of mind, jewel of the mind, or bodhicitta. And so bodhicitta, through which one can benefit numberless sentient beings. So that mind, in order to generate, in order to be able to generate that mind, I'm going to make this offering. So that will be the purpose of making offering.
로와 semje 탐주도 산지 공부도 고운도 되는데 뒤에다 아니 다 조사를 자치 예산으로.
And so we have to start thinking of achieving enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. And so that's the bodhicitta, right? So for that reason, I'm going to make offerings. So that would be the purpose.
아니 다가가다 rinpoche에서 여와 있나? 대란 초밥이 소바다원 밑에 군도 가리 점점 접거래 해서 애들이 나도 다 야가 결들이 요새 다 뒤서는 보시는 가원 하고 메스로.
So in ancient days, they used to have a jewel. That was especially it's called the wish fulfilling jewel. So it's like it's a jewel, and you place it and you wash it and place it in a clean place and then make offerings to it and then make a wish, and then whatever you have a wish, all that wishes will come true. I mean, especially the wishes in relation to this life, right? So the comfort of this life. And I don't know nowadays if we can find that kind of jewels or not.
Maybe right now India they have. Do you know? They have some place. And that pena sending tandi pena ganzu tape tete rinpoche에서 당ganzu 우대로 배샤더라고도 배샤도 야보이나 다 sending 아니 지금 도군든지 야보도 도요로 왔어. 또 삼거다 마치 도요로 왔어 간지.
So that's the money. The jewel is the money. If you have the money, You can buy anything, you know. I mean, everything, all the comforts of this life can be gained, you know, through money, right?
Treda ane Rinpoche tayo shangchigo semde yowa ina tela tene taji se dadang shimo chasang ke tenda chasang tera den rupto wada kula Rinpoche tawares.
And so that mind of enlightenment or bodhicitta is the jewel. Right? Through that, you know, one can achieve, one can fulfill all of one's wishes, you know, especially not only one's but also other sentient beings' wishes, right? By gaining enlightenment. And so that bodhicitta is called jewel.
다 ane shangchigo semde 다 rang karo rang kato dojo la mibe ane chigi 다 semde nije la kanchi kode oje na ane rang li jen jibande be lo tenije la kuyo res shangchigo semde.
And so the mind, you know, that cherishes others more than oneself, you know, and wishes to achieve enlightenment to benefit them, you know, that mind is called bodhicitta.
Tendige semde yo na ane nganzu suchile newa chiga ma res.
And so if we have that mind, you know, which cherishes others more than oneself, you know, will never cause any harm to others, right?
nganzu jela kadi na rang le jen le rang jibande be lo yawa inda nyoda mangchi te yung koro was.
So many of our problems, or all of our problems, comes from, you know, that mind, you know, cherishing oneself more than others, right?
Tendige 다 rang le jen jibande be lo na me ta chasang teri shong towa ina nyoda sijilanga maro was.
And so if everybody can have that mind of enlightenment, of bodhicitta, who cherishes others more than oneself, then there will be no problem at all, right?
Pena tanda pala pawe jela ya sosole sosu pugla chiwe lo ma yo sarwa.
And so like now, you know, the father, you know,
Here,
parents will
one
have,
father here. Example here.
will cherish one's child more than oneself, right?
간지 너와 지금 남거나 다 들이대 잠바 보고래 샤스 잠바도 지나고 보는데 보대 보라나 나 보고 있으라 그랬어 바와가 라 그랬어 바와 아마 땀 바와면 라 그랬어.
So if there is a choice to get cold, right? And then the parents say, okay, this is either you get cold or your child get cold, and you say, I rather get cold than my child get cold, right?
Yes, are you guys parents? How many parents here? Are you guys choose like that? Like, you know, even the Devra, you know, her daughter's now teenager, but still, you know, okay, there's some problem. Are you going to the problem or you go to your daughter? I think she will still, she choose, okay, I try to that. Yeah, right? Of course, the younger like that, kids, you know, of course, parents, you know, always, okay, I just go like that. But the kids become older. Still the parents, they think that's my child. You know, even we are, you know, 40, 50 years old, still our parents, the parents, oh, this is my child, my daughter. We are with a big guy, big girl. Like that. Tending something in the same Jayana, that channel, the Nando Juboyana, Pajolmana, the Tending Jetawana, Zambul and Yumaris.
So if everyone can have that kind of mind, right, cherishing others more than oneself, then there will be no problem in the whole world.
Okay? Or Tinida and the Shanju Rinpoche, yes, Deborah.
I have a story that really illustrates that. When my sister was in high school, her boyfriend was in a ski boating accident, and he lost his foot. And so when his mother came out and his parents came out to be with him when he was getting the surgery, she asked the doctor if she could give her foot to him.
Yeah. You see, it's really happened. You know, I heard, you know, usually, you guys, if the ladies, you know, maybe father and mother, maybe mother has more, you know, touch or more strong feeling, you know, that for the child. One of my friends, you know, she's, you know, Tibetan, she said, when she began panic, she has a lot of problems. She got pain, she was, not comfortable. She said, wow, it's terrible, I don't want it. She thought that. Then after they took the picture, she saw the picture, then she had very strong, how is that, touch for that. Then, you know, even you know, she told her husband, she went to the hospital, you know, they also not, and you move, but Cholam was, because you know, Buddha, I'm a boy, Chishago, Chisong, Buddha, she much, and she choose more lavious. Power side Japanese like this.
So they had a complication, you know, giving birth, you know, to the child. And at that time, you know, if there's only, you know, if they can only save, if the doctor can only save one life, then she said, you know, save the daughter's life. Yeah, so that's what she made her husband to sign.
Yeah, like that, you know, the parents, even if they not come out, they still they're very strong. karana tigala susu sembada da susu de punita pula so sondega ko kanitela shatashi uyorwas.
So that's because she cherished her child more than herself, right? She's more attached and cherishes her child more than herself.
Tende is a town of Shantigo Sem said, taking on the go on the Tende that they Suzuki Kevala and then Sosa of tea and the Sosa the new Shantigo Sem the tea, Chetan and Choaping, yes, and one Choapis and Pigu Kubati.
So in order to benefit all sentient beings, then I must achieve state of enlightenment. For that, I'm going to make offerings like that. So that's the purpose of making offerings. And then the second one is the object of offering, right? So the object to whom you offer. So the objects to whom you offer are, Tathagatas, the stainless jewel of the sublime Dharma, and the children of the Buddha, like that. So Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha.
And the Teja Shabbat Naneta Chuji number Tabegi, and that's Sanji said, and the Tedan, Teja Shabbat. And the Tambichu said that Kocha Takashi.
And so Buddha, right? So Tathagatas, is referring to the Buddhas, and then the Dharma, it says a stainless jewel of the sublime Dharma.
And Sanji de any Tambasha, Tiga, Somba is and Tambi choosing of the Latachi.
So it says the sublime Dharma. So sublime Dharma is referring, there's a few different ways of explaining. So the sublime referring to the Dharma, or the sublime referring to the one who taught the Dharma. So that's one way of saying this. Oh, the one who taught the Dharma is sublime, therefore, that Dharma is called sublime Dharma.
Ani Yashira Chimela, Ani Kiva Tamba, Shanju Sembasu, Ani Tele Tambasha, Tigi Yamichi, Ani Lachata, Karo Yamle de Imbada, Ani the Tambi choose Lapades.
Or someone who practices Dharma because they are sublime, therefore that Dharma is called the sublime Dharma, like the Bodhisattvas and the higher practitioners who practice that Dharma because they are sublime, therefore. So one is because who taught, and one is because who practiced.
Tanaji, Tambi Chuda, and it came to Tama Metal Sanji says, and it didn't get Papa Shin, Jisan Jambay, Lasoba, and it ended to touch Navega, and Sanjeta, Tiga say, Shanju Sempatola Chopi, yes, Chopi Yedala.
And so then it says like the Buddhas, Tathagatas, or the Buddhas, all the Buddhas like the Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, and so forth, and the Dharma, taught by those Buddhas. The sublime Dharma taught by the sublime Buddhas, and the children of the Buddhas, like referring to the Bodhisattvas. And so the reason why we offer to them, why we have to make offering to them, because they possess oceans of excellent qualities. So how you offer? So it's so yeah, I mean it doesn't say in English, right? So it's, I will offer well, in the best way. So like, and I will offer in the best way.
What
is yours said? Other constants?
It doesn't say either.
Either? No?
It says, in order to seize the precious mind, I offer now to the Tathagatas, to the sacred Dharma, the stainless jewel, and to the disciples of the Buddhas, the ocean of excellence.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
This one says, I make a perfect offering.
Yes.
I think that's perfect, yeah, that one.
The best way, yes.
Yeah, that's right. What title is this?
Padmakara translation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think this is a good way. Okay,
For the Dharma, it says, it doesn't say the stainless jewel of the sublime Dharma, it just says to the sacred Dharma.
Yeah.
That would be maybe interpreted a little differently.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they're all
In Tibetan it doesn't have the stainless either.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't have the stainless?
Spotless.
It says spotless.
Spotless,
It
okay.
doesn't say
I
jewel,
think it's.
It's the same, it's a stainless or spotless, maybe it's the same.
but it doesn't say jewel.
Tama me said, and the Lord Tama, Raji Tama, maybe, and the Sanji Esero.
Konchok, yeah. In Tibetan we have the jewel, yeah, konchok. Konchok, Timamen. Oh, konchoks. Timamen.
담비 추스 거쪽으로 하지지 나버다바 로비지 토마토비 태와침보 고바 남지 담바스 레바나 투용도 왔어.
그렇죠. konchok Timamen. 상기세. 담비 추들하다 konchok Timamen 왔어요. Yeah. So I think it's, yeah, they all have similar, yeah.
Yes.
So, it's the first line where it says the jewel of the mind, and we talked about that in Bodhisattva.
Yeah.
So, is it only in reference to this text that whenever this is mentioned, that's what it's referring to? Or is that true no matter what text I might come across in all of Buddhism?
그래, 인체쌤 세대.
샹촉
그래서 배제되는 주부주에게 더 배적 사모 가르노라 그래서.
마차를 여르치 샹촉섬라 그래서 rinpoche 대우 샹촉섬.
Yeah, so this, when it says this dual mind, because we're talking about bodhicitta now, so that's referring to the bodhicitta. But if you just say dual mind, that could be any kind of other positive minds.
Okay?
Right,
Yeah,
so you can apply that to others also. But in this case, yes, it's referring to bodhicitta.
And the same thing with the stainless jewel to Dharma?
대우 샹촉섬도 고쳐 그래서.
Yeah.
It didn't call it jewel, but you said that in Tibetan it's mentioned jewel.
Yes.
So is that jewel always referencing to Dharma?
No, not necessarily.
오케이? 방금은 초바 세대시다. 예도 니와 초바도 표현할 때는 예도 니와 되어서 예도 니와 시부터 그래서.
So usually when we say offering, right? So offering, is to please the object, right? Object to whom you offer.
방금은
Please the object.
내는 초베 되라 그래. 나도 표현도 내는 초베 되래서.
So the pleasing is the actual offering. So when you please somebody, then that becomes the offering. But when the thing that you give is not the offering, it's the substance of offering. It's the substance of offering, but the actual offering is the pleasing the object.
그래서 네
Intention? So you said the pleasing. So
Yeah.
intention.
피와라 때문에 예 봐줘 가오셔가 여러 때라.
No, the intention is in your side. The pleasing on the others. So when you give something to somebody, then that person becomes happy, and then that becomes the real gift.
그래서 내 초베 되지. 내 초바도 피와라 때문에 예가 시마다 초바 생각을 그래서.
So it's similar. So when you offer to the Buddha, then Buddha pleases, is pleased, with you, then that, becomes the real offering.
그리고 다 들리는 초바도 일단 레바 쪽에서 대한 진수성 요래서.
So then the reason why it says I make a perfect offering, or that I make the best offering, or in the best way, so there are three reasons.
근데 구바 넘버 딱 봐서지 그래서. 구바
So
넘버.
there's the purpose, right? A perfect purpose.
아니 초바페지 아니 신에서 이 넘버 딱 봐서.
And then the offering, the object, to whom you offer, has to be a perfect.
아니 구바 넘버 딱 봐서 시작해서.
And then the substance, that you offer, has to be perfect.
그래서 다 되지. 다 먹어도 구바 넘버 딱 와서 돼. 나로서 그치 또 그다음서 영어체도 말이 33절 안에 폐하게 샤집 샘디 깨게 체는 구바야 버려서 구바 넘버 딱 봐요 그래서.
So the perfect purpose, the beginning, is like if you say, because I want to be rich, because I want to, win a lottery, then it doesn't become perfect purpose. So in order to generate bodhicitta, to benefit others in Gyume, then that becomes perfect purpose.
그리고 다 시기 넘버 딱 와서 돼. 아니 강 푸사가 이럴 때 아니 단다가 lap서 와데 산지도 샹조 샘바도 소리 피게 그래서 신야 버리 신 넘버 딱 봐래서.
And then the perfect object, will be the object like the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, right, that we talked about. So they will be the perfect object to offer.
오케이. 다 구바 넘버 딱 와서 돼. 아니 삼바 넘버 딱 봐도 조바 넘버 딱 봐도 니용 그래서.
And then the perfect substance, it includes two, like the perfect intention and the perfect action.
그리고 다 대표가 삼바 넘버 딱 봐. 아니 내차 시다 두모다 아니 지대지 강리기 아니 지금 그놈도 만들고 건 배반나 아니 삼바 넘버도 잡아래서.
So the perfect intention would be to offer with the intention, without the intention of eight worldly concerns or attachment, anger, jealousy, and so forth.
그리고 다들 삼바
Or arrogance.
아니 저 넘버도 다 피부값이야. 오늘까지 지금 라파 주 자마 소도 자마 친구네 아니 초밥 끄반 저런 초밥 끄반 대버셔마서 여와 밑단아 분도 어떻게 샴고 그래서.
And then the perfect action, will be, to offer in a perfect way, the action of offering. So like when you offer, you have to offer with a very clean hand. So you wash your hands and you cover your mouth so that you don't spit or breathe into it, and so it doesn't pollute that way. And then also arranging it in a very nice way, in a beautiful way, in the best way, or in the most beautiful way you can. So often doing those things are the action, the perfect action.
너도 치과대 당원들 미제세요. 그래서 근데 치 파주방 도와나 어떤 건데 되는 여분들 했나 대리되는 수속계가 못 사 그래서 치로 치과대 당원들 미제세가 좀 조금 해요.
그래서
나한테도 손님 서비스에서 치과대 당원들 미제세.
미션
도와이나 당은 어떤 약보진도 사마이나 아니 대리도 손님 못 사 그래서.
And so something that you offer, or in a way you offer, like the arranging the offerings. When people say, "Oh, that's so beautiful," they feel very happy just seeing, looking at the offerings. Then that is, the profit offering, action of offerings. That way we can create the merit. But when others become happy.
텐디가 뭐지 다 텐디 초가 배워라 텐데 다 유니와 산지도 샤셔서 뭐 투니와 저러 was 다 텐디 초가 그래서.
And so with that offerings, right? When you offer in a perfect way, in that way, perfectly in that way, then that pleases the Buddha, right? So when that pleases the Buddha, then that pleasing becomes the offering.
다 원래 저러 다 되는 산지도 샤셔서 치도 추마라고 메토 마라고 아니 뿌마라고 대해서 삼거려서.
And so there's something, maybe people might think, oh, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are always like, hungry for these offerings. Right? They couldn't find a flower, they couldn't find water, and so they're waiting for people to offer to them. So it's not like that, right? So they will not take it, with them. That's always there, So you don't see the water becoming empty, right? You still have to pour it out. And so this is, mainly it becomes the antidote, for the delusion, miserliness. And so because that way, we can overcome our miserliness, and that pleases the Buddha. So, oh, that's very good. Now he will be free from suffering, Now he will be happy either. So that pleases the Buddha.
Okay?
And so those are the three, right? The purpose, the object, and the way you offer.
Okay? And 남중앙도 소소 라마다한테 배워이나 아니 지금 간신도 고고지는 것도 저기 왔을 때도 기술창이 그래서.
And so like, offering to the gurus, like so the lamas, when you, offer to your teachers and you bow down, and offer, that becomes a respect.
아니 나도 방고지라 지금 고무지잖아. 라바요고 라바요 예박되고 그래서 요ట나 대야고 말했어.
And so it says that when you give, like giving to the beggars or homeless people, you give with the respect also. Like if you give with the left hand, it's not respectful, so you give with the right hand.
앵님한테 로지도 와대. 담주적이도 해서. 아니 샤조서 바자리 지금 아니 라바대로 셋. 다 라바 요거 예바도 꼬네. 아니 다 제발 그 라바 예박대 요거. 근데 너 저거 기재부터 해. 얘라고 마셔 그래서. 라바 꼬서 듣는 게
So there was this the non-Buddhist, hedonist, who was testing a bodhisattva, and then he asked the bodhisattva, "Can you give me your right hand?" And then so he cut his hand. The bodhisattva just cut his hand, then give it, with his left hand. And then said, "Oh, this is so disrespectful. You give me left hand. I don't need that." And he just didn't accept that because it's disrespectful. Give him the left hand. Well, he doesn't have right hand. It's only he has the left hand. So that's like, I don't know, maybe a cultural thing, right? Maybe here it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you give it to the left hand or right hand. But in India, like maybe you might know, so that's like right hand. Left hand is for something else, and right hand for right hand for eating, and then left hand for cleaning, right?
Okay. And 자가도 빼 루소가 버려. 부도 가디나 나올 생각 걸라지. 발아말에 인지 쳐서 그래서. 그지 깜바. 딱 남수 수보 마슈도 깜바를 라바도 근데 저랬어. 다 놀라도 밤을 샤한테도 뺏어러 왔어.
So in India, like of course this culture, it's very, very good, where the children would respect the parents so much. that they bow down or they touch their feet and then take a blessing from their parents like that. That's very good. Of course, you can't even dream about that, right? In this country. And so these are very important things, to keep in your mind, the purpose of making offerings, why you make offerings, and to whom you make offerings, and how you make offerings.
Okay?
So what are the things that you offer? What kind of things can you offer? You can offer the things that you own, and also things that you don't own, so owned by others. And so this is very important to know, because we have this idea in our mind, thinking that when we offer, we have to give something, physically give something.
Okay?
And so let's read all these verses that contains the same message about offering. Verse 2 to 6. Okay? So yeah, also including the verse 17 as well. So verse 7 as well.
Okay.
So as many flowers, fruits, and medicinal herbs as there are, and as many jewels as there are in the world, the clear and pleasant waters, the jeweled mountains, forested regions, and other delightful and solitary places, vines shining with the ornaments of lovely flowers, and trees with branches bowed with delicious fruit, fragrances and incense which twinkling trees, jewel trees, lake adorned with lotuses, enchanting calls of the wild geese in the woods and gardens, uncultivated crops, planted crops, and other things that ornaments the venerable ones, and all this that are on, extended throughout space. I bring to mind and offer to the foremost of the sages together with their children. May those worthy of precious gifts, the greatly merciful ones, compassionate towards me, accept these from me. Devoid of merit and destitute, I have nothing else to offer. Therefore, may the objectors who concern the welfare of others accept this by their warm power for my sake.
Okay.
So you all understand that, right? There's no need to go word by word of all these verses, right? Most of these offerings, are not owned by ourselves, right? It's owned by somebody else. So you don't have to spend any money from your wallet. So if you come across any kind of beautiful places, with the lakes and flowers, and then you can just say, oh, I offer this. Just in your mind, things I offer this, to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Lama Zopa Rinpoche
And so you might heard this great Lama Rinpoche. He's a great master who disrobed, but he's still a great teacher, and one of Lama Zopa Rinpoche's root guru, from whom Lama Zopa Rinpoche has received many teachings. So he's still alive and living in New York. And they said that he used to go to supermarkets, grocery stores, and spend hours there, just meditating, making offerings of all those, beautiful things, all the food, vegetables, fruits, and everything there. And so also go to the shopping malls, and then spend a lot of time there, sitting and doing practice of offering. Tongla Rato Rinpoche.
And Geshe Tsulga la ta chudu hago, pachi haku kaji haku ores, manzon samson morada do tani mono na,
And you might know, many of you might know Geshe Tsulga, right? He's our teacher, the resident teacher of Kurukulla Center. And he used to do that too, when we, go drive around and, wherever, we see a beautiful forest or flowers, and then he would make offerings.
Okay? So
that one, is just in the mind, right? It's whether you think it or not, that's the only thing, But there's no other difficulties of having to spend money and give away your money and so forth. So
it doesn't bother
no
you
miserliness, to deal with it. And also it talks about all those sort of flowers, right? And then fruits, or the trees and so forth. And also all those medicinal herbs. And also all the gardens, right? So if you see, go across places, where you see the gardens and the beautiful flowers and lakes and so forth, all these things you can offer. And then it talks about also the qualities of the water that you offer. If you has all these there's 8 qualities, and it talks about the water. If you have all those qualities, then that's very good. So in Lama Disha, when he first came to Tibet and he tasted the water there, this water has very, all these great qualities, and so you can just offer the water. You don't have to offer anything else, just offer water. So there's like the qualities of the water being very light, very clear, and smooth, and it's not harmful to your body. Like when you swallow the water goes very easily and doesn't hurt your throat, or then when it gets to the tummy, it doesn't hurt your tummy. I think those kind of things, qualities. So especially like being very clear, not polluted, not having any germs and things like that. So that will not cause harm to your body. Like a mineral water, bottled water, I think that's a pure, right? The pure water will not harm to your body. So in Tibet, the water coming around, running down the mountain is like that.
Okay.
And so the water possessing those kind of good qualities should offer the water like that. And then also the plants, like the medicinal plants, not the poisonous plants, but medicine plants, or any other beautiful plants you can offer. And also the beautiful sounds that you hear, you can offer that. That's the sounds of the birds or goose, and this is like if you think that's beautiful, then you can offer that. And so all this, the sound of the music, the instrument, right? Musical instrument sounds, like the bell, bacha, the bell and damaru and cymbals and all these things. So those are the offering of sound. And then in the verse 5, right, it talks about how you offer, right? Not just like it is there, but imagining that in its most pure vision, right? Pure form. And then, fill the whole space, with those offerings. Right? Then they offer like that to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
아니 저거 두바들랑도 루이란데 토바 깨진 초 세다 제반남라 렘벌나 아니 요네 담바 투지 체남지 달라 제고마죠 다치라서 꾸지다 아니 지난번 배대까지 가서야 레로치 새로 저기서까지.
And then the verse 6 in the verse is, I bring to mind and offer to the foremost of sages together with their children, may those worthy of precious gifts, the greatly merciful ones, compassionate towards me, accept these from me. And so here it is, I bring to my mind. I bring to mind. So this means like to visualize, right? To visualize the offerings, and then you imagine offering to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, their children, this precious gift, this precious offering, and imagine that they accept those offerings very happily.
그러봐. 다들 쇼가 덤버들라 그래. 다저 가지는데 피들 저라버지도 담마가 피고 이래서 곧 저한테 들어와.
And so in the verse 7 is kind of like asking a question, why do you have to make offerings of those unwanted things? Like the mountains, the forest, the trees, plants, and so forth.
그러봐. 단디가는 나는 쓰는 메데 정체대 담비 노제 달라 마치베 되네젠던 구비 곤첸들 스타크 텔레니지 투시시스 다 가지 나랑기 손은 마사비 왕기 아니 지사 아니 산지니야기 아니 노제생가는 비요 말레스 된지 비요 말레스 임바이나야 아니 너도 아니 젠데 되게 쳤다 아니 뭐치지야 아니 투녀지네 아제로나 생각해보시.
And so it says, devoid of merit and destitute, I have nothing else to offer. So because I don't have enough merit to own all those things that I can offer as mine, right? And so therefore, may the actions of those concerned for the welfare of others accept this by their own power for my sake. So in order for me to create merit, I offer these things. It's pretty easy to understand, right? So we're all like that, right? Because of devoid of merit and destitute, we have nothing. We don't have that much of things, and even those we have, we are very miserly, miser with those things, right? So we don't offer those things, so we offer something that we don't want.
아니 근데 총강당 실로라야 메토덤라당 러러버들 야보 도무가 단드는거니 공조실에야 줘봐이나 아니 소소 펜샤 도고요레스.
So we need to create merit. We can't do that through our own things or out of miserliness, and so therefore we go out and then whatever we see these things in the parks or supermarkets, we just imagine offerings to those. If we do that, that's the way we create merit.
그래도 야보 소시나 아니 소수고 제차라고서 땅고 말했어.
So if we are smart, or if we know how to do the offerings, then we don't have to spend any money. We can offer without spending any money.
아니 삼부터 마시는 로소마 다시 다는 저 가이드를 말하고 그랬어.
But even if you are very rich and you give away so much things, but if you don't think in proper way, then all those giving will bring no much benefits.
저 피기피기 세나 사기 세나 가로 세나 소쇼쇼지나 배요 말했어.
And so if your practice of making offerings is stained with the miserliness or any other kind of delusions, and then it will not be much benefit.
Okay? 그랬다 학식군도 나주세대 소시바이나 빼면들 나와요. 소마시나 빼면들 가르쳐요 그랬어.
So it's just like knowing or not knowing how to do it. If you know it, it's very easy to do, right? If you don't know, then it's very difficult to do.
Okay? 어떤데 단도 다부 마주빈 초바세대 피단도 소용 그래서 와.
And so this is how you can make offerings of the things that you don't own.
그래서 다부 somos 안다 소소라 와서 연결해 왔어.
So whether you own it or not, depends whether you have power over it or not.
근데다 이제 개와셔반 토비데 tellam 토도 그 셈판이 이네게 지세 예람이 대 손님님도 도보선라 그래서 이미 셈바지 야보시거나 tel레 지세가 저거들 차도 제요 말했어.
And so when you see somebody doing something good, instead of being jealous, with that person, you rejoice in that person's actions. And if you do that, then you create the same amount of merit as that person.
다 저래 그 아버지는 나그 가르치는 제일시 좀 말. 가르치는 나 가일로 하는 것도 제가 봤어.
So we might see, what happens. We might think, what happens if we are jealous of somebody doing good. How will that harm us?
만두 셈이야. 저도 세게 셈이 요점이 알아서 그대로 끼워요 말이지.
So the moment we have that mind, the jealousy mind, we'll not be happy.
근데 이제 저런 끼워요 말. 대도 좀 저도 맞으려고 말. 그런 놈이 나고요 말이지.
So because you are not happy, therefore you should not be jealous. It doesn't mean, it doesn't harm the other person that you are jealous of.
그때 내가 다 하고 온다. 저런 강에 저런 저기 데코를 맞으면서 저런 펜도 이런 것을 남나 때 군적이 말았어.
So you have to understand the reason why, right? So because if you are jealous, that only causes harm to you. It doesn't harm the other person. So because you don't want to be harmed or you don't want to be unhappy, therefore you should not be jealous. That's the only reason.
랑게 레라 빼 라니 셴한다고 맞이들라고 여러웠어.
So by taking the example of one's own body, it should not cause harm to others' body.
그래서 미셴베 수술을 내가 지나 가려고도.
So how do you feel when somebody inflicts in your body, right?
미셴베 수술을 이메일 쓰도록 변다는 가서 저 같을래도.
So how will you feel if somebody sends you a bad bad text messages or emails?
또 들리가 갈아야 아니 미파쇼를 저런 놓치고 그런 매워이 많이나요? 저런 게 sommo 땅땅 아니 저런 게뒤 스치베시 깔아 텔레네 아니 수수세만 같이 와 영어를 했어.
So that time you feel unhappy, right? When you see that, even though that person doesn't have maybe intention, to cause any harm to you, but because of seeing that in that way, you feel unhappy.
Okay? So
you understand the main point, right? The point, and if you understand the point, then it will make sense.
Okay? 다야 저거 공고래 심바동스는 아까 요새셔나 되고 들뜨고 계셔 말이야. 간지 세나 매바고 그래. 세나 내가 좀 먼저 돌려나 안 되고 배제 당하 저래. 간도 통관도 저도 이제 미카시도 다 나와 마음도요. and they stop 가로 모르서로 이 칠레 공제 때cil레 니레 마트진요 배제마다 아니 소리나는 야되는 데 세나를 세나.
So you don't have to, when you say practice patience, and not practice, give up mindfulness and so forth, you don't have to do in a great way. You can only do it in a very simple way. So just not keeping the things that you don't use it to yourself. Like, you go to the mall and you see something very cheap and you say, oh, this is good. I need to keep this. I need to buy this. I need this. I need this. And you collect so many, and you bring all those things in your home, and then you just keep it there. You don't use it for yourself, you don't give it to others. That's mindfulness.
Right? I don't know you guys, there's some people has a big closet. You very tight all the clothes. When you morning you don't know which one wearing. Maybe some also you never wear, just even you doesn't check out the how you call it?
Price tag.
Tags. But our motherland just keep that. When you die, the people say it's someone's. I don't know, what do you do Western tradition? Someone die, what do you do their possessions, clothes, things, what do they do?
Donate it.
Do they, their relatives they can wear?
Well, families will take things.
Families take they can wear?
The rest, Goodwill or something,
No,
donate.
they don't.
To organizations.
Organizations that.
Either sell it very reasonably or get
Yeah, a lot of people also don't use, oh, this is someone very passed away, we don't want to use. They don't want to touch, they don't want to use, then just throw out anyway, somewhere. Then that time also, if someone passed away this cloth, then they also, oh, I don't want to buy this, I don't want to use that. Maybe no one knows, then, oh, very nice, oh, very good quality. But if you really know that someone died, then our mind already put something, very wrong view. Doesn't harm that, but oh, someone died. But everyone looking for a better way. So it's
like the dead person's cloth or corpse is called cloth, so it doesn't consider as good.
And
so if the parents died, then many, like some people they do wear, but many don't wear, their parents, even parents' clothes.
그런데 그 남도 도와리 있어도 그 채워 말고 그 좋은 사람도 말로 채워 가려래. 그 돌리지 말고 되나 그 남도 속이러 와서.
So it's just, there's nothing really bad, from the cross itself. It's just made it bad by our superstitions.
이마다 땅이 내가 주어간 나베나 안 주어기 돌로 사태나라야. 따르치는 샤마샤스 만번에 배치면은 신바땅 시 저는 시대가 가면 주마 댕이 밀래. 근데 땀어서 가래 가버렸어.
So what I'm trying to say is that don't keep so many clothes, so tight in your closet. And if you use it, that's good. If not, just give it to others. Otherwise, when you die, it will be no use to you at all.
만주고 아니 다 잡아서라 그래. 자 도선 보는 친구들. 자 도선 자 그런 보다 도선은 계획 나야 말 태어나신 거 그래서. 자 지구 도선은 배워는 계획 나야 말was. 시대가 맞더니 이거 그러려고 그래서.
And so it's like there's a saying in the monastery to the monks, especially. So you should not have any possessions left behind. Like when the bird flies, from the, or is sitting on or landed on a piece of rock. When it flies from the rock, it doesn't take the rock with it, right? Nothing. It just flies by itself. Nothing goes with it. So it should be like that. So that's what I'm telling you, but in my case, I also have a lot of stuff. Maybe a truck full of things.
I cleaned up my clothes last year. When I go to India, I bring so many jackets. People bring jackets. I didn't really buy them. People give me jackets. Oh, this is nice. Good winter. Then, I didn't use, but then last year I went to India. I had maybe 5, 6 I took. Now, already I have a lot of collect. But you keep all of them like that, then more. Okay? Then you go to morning, try to do, how about this? So many choices, you don't know which one wearing. So you're confused. Like that, because this is our madness. I'm not talking about just you guys, for all of us who live the samsara and nature. Very strong madness. Right? Therefore, the main purpose to often is try to get out our madness. It's not something to looking for that. Of course, there's some beggars, they're looking for some food, anything you can give. It's good. Of course, they're good, but not necessarily have to give. You have to keep up your madness, not always tight here, okay? Like, example, most of us, we have very strong attachment for our money. Most people know how much money your bank. Okay, I pay that. Because what we have more attachment, we know more that. Oh, correct.
So usually, we have more. It will be more firm in our mind, right? The object of the object, that we are most attached to. And so through practicing Buddhism, Dharma, if your attachment or anger and jealousy are becoming less, then that's the good sign of having practiced Dharma. That's a good result. But instead of having less of those negative karma, if you're increasing more of those, more jealousy, more pride, and so forth, then that is no use of practicing Dharma.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Yes. Any questions? If you have some burning questions.
Isn't it also true that yes, we should try to have good motivations for what we do, but we're not always aware of our motivations. So it's possible that sometimes someone can do something good even though they get the wrong motivation, and that.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. We say it's good you do good things with good motivation is best.
Yes.
But we don't say, if you have no good motivation, don't do that. We don't say that. Even your motivation is not good, if something benefit, do, of course, go ahead. Example, you say, okay, and from the Lord people, some beggar that I'm going to give like $100 from beggar, it means people think I'm look good. It's motivation bad. But you give the $100 the beggar, he got benefit, he got money.
And
Oh.
maybe after a while, the person who gave the $100 starts to see that that's the real good that came of it.
근데 제대로 야오청하러 와서 저도 그런 경우마다 같이 저런 걸 내가 제대로 야버렸어.
So your motivation was not good, but what you did was good, because it benefited the other person.
너무 나도 남의 제가 끊어야 보면은 맞지도 나고마다 한테 놀아야 말죠.
So it doesn't mean that you should not do the good things if you don't have good motivation.
Okay?
You can still do good things, but if you do it with a good motivation, then it's better.
Right. But what I mean is, the person with the wrong motivation can still learn, when they see the joy that people have, and then they say,
Oh,
wow,
okay.
that's nice, and then maybe understand later that they would give more.
Yeah, that'll be possible, yeah. Yes. Okay? Yes.
So long, they're so nice, then if you've done it, but 2 days later you're like, oh, I had a bad motivation, and you reflect, and you sort of, you can't change that moment, but can you reflect and then rejoice and say, wow, no, I'm actually really glad I gave that $100.
Yeah, you can also do like that, yeah. Your good motivation become a lot more multiply. Your actions are good, your motivation is bad, your actions are good, it's benefit for other one. But it's not multiply, according to Buddhism way. We don't say it's bad, it's good. You can next yeah. Yeah, then you purify your dopamine, shabamine, dopamine, go down over so.
Yeah, so if you had a regret towards that bad thought you had earlier, then that can purify, yeah.
Okay? Yes.
For a motivation to be good, does it have to have wisdom? Because somebody with good intentions and a good motivation can do a lot of damage.
That's exactly. Therefore, Buddha said, very important to very skillful. Even your good motivation, very honest person, but you're not skillful, you do all mistakes. Therefore, whatever you do, very important to skillful. Right time, right way. Doesn't matter. You say, okay, like, not to cheer on. Some number is the capture the Japson, Maros. Kurukulla Center the Jawas.
So even if you have good motivation, so you say, oh, I'm going to cover this, then
Yeah,
you
like
cover
this.
with something else, it's not the right cover.
Yeah.
So you have to put the right cover on it.
Right? Your motivation is perfect. I don't want to go there, but therefore, any kind, always, when you talk, when you say things, do things, skillful is very important. Therefore, Buddha said, when you are the public place, shut up your mouth. No, they don't say shut up, but look, watch your mouth. Right? When you yourself keep you
Watch your mind.
cool down.
So similar.
Okay, because the Tibetan tradition, maybe someone watching that. For us, it doesn't matter. Someone watch maybe. Sorry, I say better words. Tibetan tradition is you put the butt, fat, public place, very bad. This person, shameless person. But Western, everywhere. You don't care, right? It's different way. Because different culture, or some culture works, some culture doesn't work. Like Tibetan culture, you come to in the temple here, you do bad. There's a terrible person, but other people, you guys don't care. And wherever you go, just when they come, just show up. Therefore, because you didn't care when yourself, you just, okay, no one there, just put. Then your body already used that. When you come to public place, you cannot try it. Therefore, yourself, when you public place, watch your mouth. By yourself, watch your other place. Because reasons are like that. Therefore, skill was very important all the time. Anything you say, anything you do, even your good motivation, There's any time, special public place, we have to be very careful. Okay? Yes?
In the text it said that the pleasing is the real offering. I understand that in the context of the object of offering being the 3 jewels. But if it's sentient beings, the pleasing being the offering, to me, I understand that because sometimes what benefits sentient beings isn't necessarily what pleases them.
Okay? Got it? Maybe you give to often, give to sentient beings.
Yes,
You can say gift.
their birthday or.
Yeah.
또 녀바 차이도 쳐버렸어. 쳐버려. 뭐 쳐봐 뭐마디 녀바 차이도 그랬어. 나한테 뭐라서 나한테
Sentient trainer.
샘전에 대봐들어. 대봐들 나왔을 때 뭐라 뒤 녀바 차이도. So you mean you don't understand that? You don't get that or you don't accept that?
I understand that the pleasing is the offering,
Yeah.
and the object is the three jewels, because the pleasing comes from
Yeah.
the intention and the action. But for sentient beings, sometimes, there's almost a saying, it's the thought that counts, and the person may not feel pleased by the offering. So does that make it an imperfect offering? And if, Ian's question
Like a gift, you mean,
is offering the wrong word when we're talking about sentient beings,
그렇죠.
나 샘전에 대든 소리다. 샘전에 대든은 맞아 지금 봐줘되게 가서 가보 맞춰봐야 소속이 때보다 때바 최고라서.
저거 차거든. 저거 차거든. 근데 이거
나한테 쳐봐 최고라서.
된 저거 말다. 대 야사라
쳐서
쳐.
맞아 지금 봤다.
다 심바.
쳐봤어요. 나 맞아 다 때보다 때보다.
저거 차거든.
그래서 맞으면 때보다.
저거 차거든. 대 차거든.
어디서 와.
저거
그러면은 봐줘도 막아봐야. 봐줘 맞으면 저랑 gem바지 때보라. gem바도 봐줘도 가보 맞으면은 저런 게 떼어 최고 말했어.
저거 차거든. 대 저거 차거든. 저거 차거든. 대 저거 말했어. 이난 간도 야사는 저거 bên 투니와 시세야 되나 간도 샘체가 잼받네. 이번에 때 가야 되는데. 그러면 초바는 bên 밑에는 간도 초바를 나가 말 왔어. 저거 배대데 야 주비 신경 거래서.
So usually, when you say that pleasing is the offering, that's referring to the pleasing to the Buddhas. I mean, offering to the Buddhas. Not just giving, So we don't use the word offering to the sentient beings. We use giving. Like giving is like a regular, normal word, and offering would be more respectful word.
근데 봐줘까지 가는 나간다. 수수 세나 members 된다. 가지고 수수 세님은 그랬어.
So you when you give, to somebody, the sentient being, whether if the person feels happy or not of that, gift, but from your side you gave, so that's good, so that counts, and also, that helps, to minimize your miserliness, and therefore that definitely counts.
딱코 가고 좀서 나 빼서 대체님이 말하는데 그다 노도 그랬어.
Yeah, so you say, oh, that person's not happy, I should not have given, and then maybe, that it will make it become wrong.
근데 수수 잘라다가 돌아쳐오는 사는 거 봤어.
So then that will be a waste of your.
다 봐줘 가는 막은 수수 쪄서 원래 다서 누마 다서는 되게 그랬어.
So whether other person is happy or not, but from your side, once you have given it, if you gave it up, if you give up and say, okay, I have given it, you don't feel bad or miserliness afterwards, then that's good.
Okay? Yes.
What are the limits of motivation? So what I mean by that question is it possible to break or to commit one of the root downfalls with completely virtuous motivation? In other words, to help sentient beings. Can you kill someone in a completely virtuous motivation? Is that a bad act?
대 말했어. 댕마까지 딱 아니 구바다 페이지로 딱 열어봤어. 이만 산책에 단다 저도 디파지 로지든 돈을 거기로.
수수 대사절 내는 제초라.
아니 수수 대사절 내요이나 아니 그 액션 도가 임바이나야. 아니 벤도 마이나 그 제초였어.
Yes, I mean you can do that. Depends on how pure your motivation is, how skillful. I mean, whether you are able to do that or not. As an ordinary person, we are not able to have. Even though we think, oh, I'm doing this for the benefit, but our mind is not perfectly, But if that is done by like Buddhas, then of course definitely it will be pure. And even the Bodhisattvas can do that, But ordinary beings would be difficult to do that. With that perfect pure motivation, it's difficult to have in the ordinary beings. So if you're a Bodhisattva, you can have that perfect pure motivation. And then with that, if you do something bad, then it can become good. So you can kill. Like you might have heard about story of Buddha Shakyamuni when he was a Bodhisattva, right? He had to kill one person in order to save the life of 500 other people. So you can do that.
Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
It's a very good question. For me, it brings to mind the Bhagavad Gita, and when Krishna tells Arjuna, because when Arjuna is standing on the battlefield facing his own relatives, and he says, "How can I kill my own relatives?" And Krishna says to him, "It's your dharma, it's your duty as a soldier." Is that what it's relating to?
the khudra gita se da ando de hindu gi di ra chulu na la da pena da bishma di da ko paw chung ko da ka top chung shu che da kholas sia de da arjun was set ma la da koran de kunzo yan kapte ra da kapte ma ja no kunzo kapte za da ko bishma di ko ma se ba na de da ko da kunzo gi ma mi de mo se ro ra 아 되죠. 다 코파스 거 그래서 간데스도 또 거기 라마를 거기 뭐 걸어다 술랑이 걸어라다. So because he was his teacher, right? Bhishma was one of Arjun's teacher.
So maybe the soldier in the army is not a bodhisattva, but
Yeah.
he's a soldier in the army, and that's what he's supposed to do.
So yeah, because Bhishma was one of his teachers, is it? Arjun's teacher, teaching him the archery and all these things, right? Anyways, but somehow he was like respectful one for him, right? Yeah. 다 그래서 자칭 뭐 지사지라 다 그런 다 거의 맞아 되는 크리스노에게 된다 저는 세고라 저는 맞는다 거의 거의 된 마음이 너무 세요 됐어요 이제 다 그런 게 되나 기아마 그 갑자기 이제 저런 세고 때 저런 게 랭게를 나로서 디나치를 했어
무슨들이 이제 된다고 이제까지 팬도 많이 왔다 그러고
Yeah, it could be something like that. I don't know exactly, but it could be something like that.
If we put that aside,
Yeah.
this question, so it's a soldier in the army, and it's his job to kill when it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bodhisattva, he's just a soldier.
It would be non-virtuous.
Right.
대답다 좀 말아. 마음이 세바이나.
대도
그거랑 레게에서 거의 세고.
야, 대고이 말 걸어 다녀로 와서.
근데 거의 세바이나 거든에 그 가서.
대고 대고이 걸어 왔어.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a different case. Yeah, for in that case, yes, you are doing it out of an attachment or anger, attachment to your friends, your soldiers, and then anger towards others, So that will definitely be negative karma.
가지고 코로 끝나는 전에 대 연구에 말들어.
Yeah. So it has to be purely, to benefit others, and no attachment to one side and no anger to other side, so purely to benefit others. Then and then you have to be at that level to be able to do that. And if you do that, then maybe all right to do it. But
Yes.
So even if, for an ordinary person, even if the motivation was still very good, most people, or an ordinary person, wouldn't have the knowledge.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what's the result of this action?
Yeah. That's exactly it.
yeah.
Therefore, we are always very careful. Even you say things, if you do things, some public, your own personal work you do, it doesn't matter. But the relative of the public or others, we have to be very careful. Even our motivation is perfect, but it's destructive, harms a lot of things. Okay. Yes, I think one question. Let me stop.
Is there ever a time when we should do something that results in negative karma if it's preventing something worse? So something is going to be negative karma regardless, but if we don't do it, something bigger will happen.
그럼.
내 독자 인바나 다 맞아봐이나 이제 맞으면 독자 망보지 첨부지 차스가 됐어. 대체 내 독자 총주도 대체반에 되기로 했어.
대다 그 대당 qabla 따야 돼서.
Yeah, depends on time and place and all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot say yes, do that, not like that. Okay, thank you everyone. Then my job finished. Now chanting master's job. You can do a little bit, just maybe read.
I beg your pardon?
You can just read.
Oh, quick. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
because also we have puja.
Yeah, okay, no problem. All right, page 39, we'll do this in English quickly. Okay. Ground perfume anointed, flowers strewn, Meru four lands, sun and moon adorned. Seen as Buddha field and offered, thus may all sentient beings enjoy pure lands. May my venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine actions spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Lobsang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious gurus. For my 2 collections vast of space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I hold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow, mountain, encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrei Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majinu's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And page 57. Through this virtue, may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being, without exception, in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. And we will finish on page 75. Mixing my Big me tse wei te chen rei zig dream kempe wang po jam pel yang gang chen ke pe su ge song ka pa lo sandra pe zabla so de. Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Damchula. We have Medicine Buddha Puja now at 12:45, so everyone welcome to join. Coming up, our next big event is on May 19th, the Sakadawa Interfaith Celebration. That's Saturday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. For that day, we have some requests from specific offerings, things like sponsoring the flowers for the thing. We have to pay for the tent, so there's a whole bunch of expenses. So please keep an eye out. We're sending some specifics out about that shortly. And if you want to help with anything, there will be lots to do on the day, during the event itself, for cleanup, and then before the event. So please email volunteers@kurukulla.org and just let us know if you have any time to help us. And then also please make sure you save the date for June 5 through, I've forgotten the dates, 9, I think, for the Ganden Tripa. 5 to 12, June 5 to 12 for the Ganden Tripa. I'll start posting at some point this coming week. I'll post the teaching topics and more information on that. But just save the date for that. It's a wonderful, auspicious visit for us to have all these beautiful, wonderful teachers that will be coming to the center this year with Ganden Tripa, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and then Jado Rinpoche. There you go. I've almost remembered. So thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Damchu. Next Sunday, class starts 9 o'clock. Okay, thanks.